Hello? Whoa, why does that look like that? I don't know why it looks like that. Why is that happening? Wait, I think I can fix that. Well, I can't fix why it looks like that. Give me a second. I can fix it. I'm writing a bad note down. Hello. Well, while I fix that, last stream, my friend is subbed on Patreon and I didn't write his name here, so I'm just gonna write it now. There we go. By the way, I could not get the camera to stay like it did last week. I don't know what kind of black magic I did last week. But I couldn't get it to. We'll wear that music. Look what I bought. Maybe más permiso. I guess I can't show you because. Más permiso. You like the blue? Well, now you're gonna be the blue. Oh no. I was like, how do I write your allergy name? There we go. Okay, let me try to fix this VTuber real quick. I think what I need to do is just... Why isn't that working? Like, why does that look transparent? It shouldn't look transparent. It has like the dark part behind. Let me see. Hello? Hello? Why does it look like that? It makes no sense that it looks like that. I don't know why it looks like that. Wrong one. Hello? Why does it look like that? I don't understand. Hello? It looks even worse here. It looks transparent and I can't tell you why it looks transparent because I am looking at it in like Vegas and not Vegas, in Clip Studio, and it's not transparent in Clip Studio. So like, why is it transparent? Like there's a whole non-transparent layer underneath. Okay, let's try this to see like if it looks better. Hello? What, like, why does it look like that? Why does it look that bad? I don't understand. Now it looks worse. Is it because maybe it's the green screen? Can I change the color of the green screen? Okay, maybe a blue screen. Maybe if we make it a blue, no, if even the blue, why does it look like that? Hello? I can't explain to you why it looks like that. Like, it makes no sense. Like, I can show you. Art. I think that's the wrong thing. Well, that's the wrong art. Art. That's it. Let's just show this art. Okay, so like there's no reason for it to look like that. It's not, it's a PNG, but like it has like solid back. Okay, so I have a last idea, and if this doesn't work, then like I don't know what. So I'm gonna go to layer, merge visible to new layer, and I'm gonna put this layer on the bottom. It's gonna take the transparency out of the sleeves, but like, what else? And then I'm gonna fill it in with like a solid color. and I'm gonna save it. Okay. Oh, I changed the chroma key, but it doesn't matter. Hello? Hello? It looks so bad. Why does it look like that? I have no idea. Well, it's gonna have to look bad because I don't know how to fix it. Pink. Does pink make a difference? I really don't understand. It was made by AI. I really don't understand why it looks like that. Like, see, even like the highlights over here look bad. Maybe is the chroma key. Let me fix that actually. It might be that now that I think about it. Veto, filters, magenta. Why does it look like that? Okay, maybe let's go back to blue. Let's go back to blue. I don't understand the reason why it's transparent. That's what I don't get. Hello? Oh, that looks better. Wait, I might be fixing it. Hello? Okay. Hello? Now, like now, the bright part looks fine, but the other part looks transparent. Can't I have the best of both worlds? Hello? It looks like gray now. That's so weird. Well, oh, it looks good in this scene. I mean, it doesn't look perfect, but it looks better. I can see like the little square a little bit. I don't know how to fix that. Hello? Like, if I make the square disappear, the wings kind of fade, but like, whatever. I think this is the best it's gonna look, even if the hordes look like they disappear in the background. Okay, sorry about that. Is that phone being just like going out? Hi, hello. These are the names. I had a Duralaric. So I'm like, I don't know how I did this last time, but I can't get it to look like it did last time, so I don't know what to do. I guess I'm just gonna... I actually already did the transfer. The transfer is done. We don't have to do that this time. Okay, so I never show you what I got. Look what I got. I got a tiny little pumpkin. It's a tiny little pumpkin. It's a little sticky. Look at it, it's so tiny. It's sticky. So hopefully it survives until tomorrow. It survives until I take the picture for tomorrow. Pens. The chocolate of the day is Twix. I said the chocolate of the day like I eat a chocolate a day. I actually don't. And some erasers. I should put this in the fridge, but whatever. I'm not wearing glasses. Like, why is this like never an easy? Like, why can't you open this ever? Like, who designed this? This is like dollar store erasers because I wanted to buy a cute eraser and I went to like get one and all the boxes were open and like the erasers were still there, but I don't want to open like buy a box that has been opened. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with people that they just like have to open things and then not buy them, just leave them there. I hate that. I would never do that. It's like they like when they sell mystery boxes and why does this have so much wrapping? Like, this is covered in plastic. Sometimes I go to like where they have the mystery boxes and they're already open. Like the whole point of a mystery box is that it's a mystery. No, people have to just and like I just don't get it. Like I can never do something. You just open something and then leave it in there. Eraser. I don't need this shit. We finally have an eraser. It's very nice. It's a little sticky. I don't like this kind of erasers. I haven't bought a white eraser in so long. But I didn't want to go to the store where they sell nice erasers because it was too far away. On my reference here, this is like what it's supposed to look like. And this is the transfer. I tried to make the camera because I was watching the VOD and I noticed that you couldn't see very well what was on this paper before. So I tried to mess with the camera, so I think you can see it way better now. I'm so tired to be doing this today, but I don't want to do it tomorrow. I actually have work to do. But yeah. We went looking for washing machines today because I don't know if you know this, but the day that I didn't have any power, well, it's not that I didn't have power, it's like the voltage was low and like if you turn on a light, the light would start flickering. Well, that day my washing machine died and we were looking at washing machines and I need like $800 for a washing machine. Like for a washing machine that like is big enough for like everything we wash here, like the amount of people that live here, and I have to take into account like everything. I need like $800. I need to buy like the thing that protects it so it doesn't happen again, which I didn't even know we didn't have, because we have one for the fridge, like a, I don't know what you call those in English. The thing that protects your stuff if there's like high voltage when the power goes down or up or whatever. We have that for the fridge. I thought we had it for the washing machine. I don't know why we don't have it for the washing machine, if I'm being honest. Like, those are not even that expensive, especially not compared to a washing machine. So I'm a little upset, because if my mom had ever told me we didn't have one of those, I would have just bought one. And now we're out of a washing machine that wasn't even that old. I should probably fill that the other way. And we went looking for it. Just see the prices. Now I'm worried. Hi, Patty. I hope this one comes out as nice. Focus as the last one. It will be a real bummer if I have like a really good first drawing and then the second drawing is trash. In my experience with these challenges, like, you get a lot of people for the first one, and then, oh my god, I just realized that you can see the markers. My little pumpkin is like literally a ghost. Whatever. What was I saying? Oh yeah, like, you get a lot of people like the first few days, and like as more time passes, less people start working on it. Like, some people just don't have the time or the energy, or they get bored. But especially when it's like 30 days. I find, dear, like when it's like those 30 days challenges, that really happens. I think when I did November last year, I saw a lot less like of a drop, because it was like a third of the days I think was only like 10. I should have bought an energy. I think I said this last time I was streaming. I should have bought an energy drink. So tired. So like when I sketched this, I noticed the eyes were a little funky, but I don't think it's that noticeable. I don't know. I feel like I'm blinder today than I was last time. It might just be because I am more tired. I feel like I always start doing this and I never say what the prompt is. This prompt is OC. So an original character. I said it didn't have to like necessarily be like an existing OC or necessarily an OC though was a demon. But I have a bunch of like demon OCs, so it was like honestly like when I came up with that prompt, I was thinking of just me. I was thinking of me. Those eyelashes, those bottom lashes are a little too long, but I'm gonna leave them. I feel like the light today is like extra bright, but it's in like the minimum. I don't even have it like hitting the paper. I have it like to the side because if it hits the paper directly, you won't see anything. I feel like it's so bright. I want to flip my canvas and I can't. As I said, like next time I do this, I don't want to do it in like a sketchbook. I think I'm just gonna like get the paper because I think this is really uncomfortable, and like this, like when I'm like here, it's uncomfortable. It'd be way more comfortable to just have like a paper on my desk. Are binders still a thing? Because maybe like I could get like a bunch of paper and then just hole punch it and put it in a little binder. I don't know if binders are still a thing. They were like the cool thing when I was in elementary school. I remember 4th grade we weren't allowed to have binders. Well, the thing is, binders were never a thing here. Like binders, if I don't have memories of binders here. I have memories of binders when I lived in Miami. So like in 4th grade, they didn't let us have binders. We had to have notebooks. Like these like super uncomfortable little folders. And then when I was in 5th grade, they finally let us have binders. And it was like the thing. Just who had like the like decorated the binders and like all the papers and all the separations and all those things. And then I moved, and where I moved, they didn't care for binders. It was back to like notebooks and uncomfortable little folders. So my binder dream was very short-lived. But when I like last time I remember having binders is one time I bought a binder here. Just so long ago, and I used to, and I would put my, but like we wouldn't hole punch the like the paper. I had like these like like this cheese of like plastic covers, and I would put the drawings inside, and that would go in the binder. Maybe something like I'm pretty sure somewhere in my closet that binder still exists. I feel like I've said the word binder a lot. When I went to buy the pumpkins, they had like a little stand with a bunch of pumpkins in different sizes, and I was looking at them, like a bunch of girls like approached the little stand, and they were like, oh my god, look, pumpkins for TikTok. And I'm like, why do you need pumpkins for TikTok? And I'm here like needing pumpkins for Instagram. Because I would never say, oh, I need this pumpkins for Instagram. Or I'd be like, oh, I need it to decorate my drawing. That's the difference. I don't know what people do on TikTok here. So maybe there's like, because people like don't do anything with pumpkins here. Like I've only seen pumpkins being sold like the past 2 years, or maybe the past 3 years, maybe more. When was that time I decorated my whole room? Halloween for stream. I think that was the first year I ever saw pumpkins being sold. So I realized that if I made the hand a little bit more abstract, it might look better than the hand I drew last time. Also, I feel like I could have centered this more. Oh wow, so like, you know, today I was thinking, I know exactly what I was thinking, but I don't want to talk about it. About how I've never finished Bob's Burgers, because every time I start watching it, I like start watching Bob's Burgers and I'm like, oh, I should start from the beginning. So I start from the beginning and then I watch like a bunch of it, and then like 3 months pass or like 4 months pass, and then I'm like, oh, I should continue watching Bob's Burgers, but I should start from the start, and the cycle starts all over again. So I watched like maybe the first season a million times, and then I just never keep watching it. I made chocolate chip cookies. I want some. And it's like one of my favorite shows. Like I love that show so much. Does it have many seasons? I don't know. I just know that I watched like the first, like, I don't want to say 12 episodes. I don't even know. What should be like the camps? It only has like 15 episodes. I don't think that's true. Just keep watching the beginning over and over. And I'm always like, yeah, but it has my favorite episodes. And like, how do I know that those are my favorite episodes if I have never finished watching it? The worst part is I'm saying it has my favorite episodes, and I can't even tell you an episode of the film. I know like the cow episode is between those, but I don't think the cow episode is one of my favorite ones. I like the one where they get the ice cream machine. I can't tell you why. So this character has freckles, but once again, I'm too scared to make the freckles, so no freckles. Why is it like, was it having this hard of a time focusing last time? I can't tell. I feel like it's getting unfocused a lot. I couldn't get the camera to look like it did last time. Because last time you could not see any of my table, and now you can. I said I was gonna plug in my wireless earbuds and I completely forgot. What's your Halloween plans this year? I don't think I have any Halloween plans. How hard do you think it would be? I feel like if I plug them in, it might mess up like everything. So maybe that's a bad idea. I don't even know what day Halloween falls. Monday. It's a Monday. Halloween, it's a Monday. You know what I'm gonna be doing? Nothing. It's Monday. It's 17. Cap. What is 18? Cap, why is it 2 days? Wait, when is your birthday? Why do I have 2 days for your birthday? Is your birthday 2 different days? Dude, I lent Juan Mario my phone today and look how gross it is. And now I don't know if your birthday is the 17th or the 18th. I don't know why I have it 2 different days. So weird. Which is the real one? I think it's the 17th. Or maybe it's the 18th. I don't know. Oh, you can see my face. Hi. I think maybe what happened was that when I wrote down your name, I instead of putting it like all day or like just that day, I accidentally put it 2 days. I mean, that would make sense if it's the 17, not the 18. I'm gonna see how disgusting my Switch is. Look at this. I don't know if you can see it. Look at that. It's greasy. It has like sneeze marks. It's just so disgusting. Every time I want to use it, I have to like deep clean it. The kids should leave it a mess. Honestly, most days when I play the Switch, I just do it on OBS instead of handheld. I can't remember the last time I played the Switch handheld that wasn't like someone asking me to do something in a game they're playing. I think this is coming out pretty hot. My lens today are not on point like last time. They're very shaky. Like, look, that's such a bad line. Oh my god, why are my lines so bad today? It's 17. Okay, so maybe what happened was that I input the 17, I put like the, and instead of putting just 1 day, I accidentally made it 2 days. I'm guessing that's what happened. Oh man, you're telling me now it's the 17th? So like in 10 days or something, 9 days? I don't even know what day it is today. And I'm still gonna forget. I'm still gonna forget. It sucks. I'm thirsty. I didn't buy anything to drink. Oh, my hand hurts already. Nothing surprising there though. that was not good. That spread. See what I don't trust that time? It just spreads. If I had like a tiny, thin, gray marker, I would give her freckles, but I just don't trust giving her freckles. I do have a gray marker, I just don't think it's thin enough. Oh wait, I do not have a. Why do I think I had a gray marker? I don't have a gray marker. I thought this came with a gray marker. Pero hindi, no. I don't really do anything for my birthday. I most times like for like the past like I don't even know how many years I never want to do anything on my birthday. Especially because like for like years I feel like I would invite people to my birthday and like only like 2 people or 3 people would show up. Like people would always have like excuses. But when it was their birthday, if it was like this big deal and if you missed it, it was like unforgivable. So like I just didn't even care anymore. I never wanted. And then like also like for my uni years, like my birthday was always like during test week, like finals weeks. So I would have to wait until like after finals to celebrate, and at that point it was like I don't even want to do anything anymore. But like the last 2 years of my uni years, I was like in the middle of finals during my birthday. Just didn't want to do anything. And now the only reason I even like have a cake is because the kids exist. Because my brother always like takes us out. So I remember one year I really wanted to go to this place. I even bought like an outfit and everything to go in it, and I invited all my friends, and only like 3 people showed up. And it was just like, like I remember exactly the last birthday I had that was like, I wouldn't say that because like a few years ago, like my birthday, my last birthday pre-pandemic, my birthday like in 2019, I had a lot of fun in that birthday. It was just like a few people, but it was literally everyone I invited went. So my birthday 2019, but my birthday 2019 is that gif you guys have. The eyebrow gif. That was my birthday 2019. I feel like we had fun here on stream, and I also had like fun with my friends. Yeah, that was 2019. I still had long hair. Now the last time I had long hair was like March 20. No, I got my hair either like late February or early March, 2020. And I do remember that being the day of my birthday. Like I got ready on stream, and then like I went out with my friends to eat. And also like one of my friends I saw last weekend, I hadn't seen. Well, maybe no, I did see him once after that. But it was like in December, and my birthday is like end of November. I was telling like the other day, my niece and nephew, how like Halloween is my favorite holiday, or my favorite like, yeah. Oh, I'm dropping frames again. I don't know why. And they were like saying that, why was it Halloween when Christmas exists? And I'm like, yeah, you like Christmas because you're like kids. Christmas is fun when you're kids. When you're an adult, it's not as fun. You actually have to pay for gifts. You just don't receive them. You have to pay for them. It's very fun when you're a kid and all you do is receive. And even when you give, it's like your parents buying the gifts, not even you. You have to plan Christmas dinner. And then like afterwards, like you just don't get to go to sleep and wait for okay, God, you have to like do the dishes and clean up and set up things. I think they don't know that yet. I think they don't know that. And I've almost like said it a few times accidentally because I forgot that they don't know. Mostly because if I had kids, I don't think I would tell them that. Like, they would still get presents. They wouldn't be from like anyone. It would be from me. Just for mom. Yeah, like first off, I don't like the whole like threat of like, oh, you like behave, because if not, you're not gonna get like Santa's not gonna give you any presents. Like, I don't like that. Like, if your kids behave, they should behave because like you taught them well, and they're like, there shouldn't be like any ulterior motives. Like, you shouldn't like put gifts like a threat. Like, oh, if you don't get good grades, then like Santa is not gonna come. Like, I don't like that. Personally. Like, if you wanna do it with your kids, that's fine. I wouldn't do it with my kids. And I also feel like I wouldn't want to give them that many presents, just because like I remember when I was a kid and I got so many presents, I couldn't ever play with all of them. And like the kids get a lot of presents and they never like get to play with all of them. Like, I think maybe not last year, but like last year, it was like July and they still had presents they hadn't, like dolls and stuff they hadn't opened. Because they had just so much stuff, and at that point it's like, what's the point of having that much stuff? Especially because I feel kids these days don't even play with toys that much. Like, I feel like at least my sister's kids, like, I buy them a toy and they play with it like for a weekend and then they never touch it again. I don't know, this pen is kind of being, I'm gonna change it to the other one. Like, it's not giving me the ink I want. I was looking at Tamagotchis because Marigavi wants a Tamagotchi. And I was like, I bet like that Tamagotchi dies in like a day. Mostly when I get a Tamagotchi for myself. I can get 2 Tamagotchis for $50. My earbuds keep getting stuck under the cardboard and it's annoying the fuck out of me. I don't even know what to do so it doesn't happen. I'm scared of this next line. I'm not liking this drawing like I was liking the previous one, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know, I think the lines look bad. I think it's gonna look fine in the end because I have like plans and adding a lot of details. But I just think the lines, I don't like them. I'm struggling with lines today. I think my hand was a lot steadier. I think my hand was a lot steadier last time. This time I'm like, I'm shaking a little. I haven't had any caffeine today. I'm so like, because sometimes like every time I say my hand is shaking, people are like, oh, stop drinking caffeine. It's because you drink so much caffeine. I haven't had any caffeine today. And I can feel my, it's even like such a slight tremor that I'm, like sometimes when I say my hand is shaking, you can like visibly see it. But like I feel like this time it's just like barely there. Like you can't, if I show you my hand, you can't see it, but like I can feel like something's wrong. And when I sketched this last night, like it's not even that big of a sketch. It's not even like that much, right? My hand was hurting so bad afterwards. Like all of this right here was hurting. And like over here was hurting a lot. And it was like, if I did this, I could feel it like wanting to cramp. Traditional art is like, I'm older now. It's not as easy as when I was younger, especially because I don't practice a lot and I do have carpal tunnel. I don't know why I didn't buy anything to drink. I bought a stupid chocolate. They now have, ooh, I should put this in the fridge. It's like really mushy. I'm gonna put this in the fridge and I think I'm just gonna get water since I don't have anything else. I have no sardina. You want some no sardina? It tastes like, what do I usually say this tastes like? I could make tea. I don't have any tea that has caffeine though. I don't think these teas have caffeine. Peppermint earwax, that's what I say it tastes like. Yeah, no, neither of these are like caffeinated, which it was on purpose. I bought this one because I wanted it to help me sleep, and I bought this one because people said the peppermint tea was good for migraines. And I bought this brand because it was 20% off. By appointment to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, not anymore. I was writing the intermission for my next YouTube video, and I had to make a joke about Sans winning the sexy man, like what was it, like best sexy man, the sexy man of the year. I don't even remember what it was, but Sans won the polls and that killed Queen Elizabeth, so I had to make a joke about that because it happened the same day, and I feel like some people are not gonna like that. Here we go. I mean, I haven't recorded it, but I'm not taking it off the script. Also, if the music stops, is because YouTube sucks. I just kicked everything and look, like, I don't even know how to fix this now. Look, you can see a Powerade bottle under my bed. I got a little bit of Coke. Oh man, this wasn't a nightmare. I should have gone today to see if I could find something better to hold the webcam. I do have something better to hold the webcam, but I can't angle it right. And then this one is for my phone. Like, look at this. Like this. It's like for my phone. It doesn't hold it properly, obviously, because this is not a phone. It's a webcam. That doesn't look too bad. I can't drink any Coke that is like not just like a regular one. I can't Coke Zero, no. What's the other one? The other one. I had dinner today at a restaurant, but I'm like, I never order. That Coke is old. It tastes a little old. I don't order a Coke in restaurants. I usually order a soda michelada, which is what I ordered. I sold a shirt. There's an interesting fanfic in my in my email. I'm not even allowed to read fanfiction right now. I'm supposed to be finishing books. I'm supposed to be reading books, not fanfiction. I wanna like get my goal. Oh my god, oh I thought that was like ink. Oh no, I think I just fucked up the ink. Yep, I did. Well, I don't think you can see it. My mom was like, "Oh, the pumpkin doesn't like has a like some white spots." I'm like, "Mom, that's what Photoshop is for." So I'll say that again. That's what Photoshop is for. If it looks like really, really bad, I'll just Photoshop it. I don't care. I have no integrity. I had plans to like for the first drawing, anything that looked like I messed up a lot, I had plans on like photoshopping it. I think I said that last time. Why am I dropping frames? Why am I dropping frames? Steam? Is that here? I'm just closing Steam. I've been playing that game Draw gifted me. What was it called? Cosmic. I already forgot the name again. Stop dropping frames. Cosmic Star Heroine, that one. I've been playing that game in my free time, which is like not a lot of time, but okay. I need to stop dropping frames or I won't continue. Like either you like I don't even understand. I hadn't dropped frames in months. Like the past streams, I like all the RPG Maker streams, all those streams, I didn't drop any frames, and this past 2 streams where I'm just like literally with a webcam and nothing else, I keep losing frames. Like it's already going to 3,000. 3,500. I hate that because it shouldn't happen. Anyway, I'm playing Cosmic Star Heroine because Joel gifted it to me like years ago, and I don't know why I randomly remember that game. I like randomly remembered it. And the thing I remember about it is that when I watched like the trailer, it reminded me of Chrono Trigger. That's what I remember it. And I was like I asked her like what was the game that he, because I looked through my whole thing and I couldn't tell which one it was. So he told me, and I played like I want to say 2 or 3 chapters. Did I just dox myself? I don't think I did. I don't think you can tell where I live from that. If you can tell where I live from that, like I can't even tell where I live. Like I can't locate myself at all there. Like that's not where I like. If you think it's the flowers, that's not where I live. It's not even close to where I live. So no Doksin. How was your day? Cry. It was a bad day. I was like, what if it showed like a weird picture there? It didn't. See, like it shows the dot there. That's not where I live. That's a problem with like GPS here. I think it takes like, I don't know if it's Google Maps. I have that problem where when I order like rides, like Uber and stuff, it always locates me in the wrong spot. So the driver always has to like look for the address and not follow the GPS because it never locates it where it is. Did it stop dropping frames? Feeds. Are you just watching me play Pikmin Bloom? Please don't show my secret. Art account? How dare you? I think everyone here knows my secret art account. What should I name these guys? I'm gonna name you... Oh, you have some extra stuff? Oh, an E. Wow. Very interesting. I'm naming you E. Fur. Apparently. And then you are gonna be named... I love this game too. Flute. Just flute. No flute, no flota, no flop, just flute. And I'm gonna plant one of the big boys. I've been trying to get 180 coins so I can get an upgrade. I think you just give me 180 coins. Do I have a white Pikmin? No. Let's put a pink one. Ooh, so many expeditions. I shouldn't do this. I didn't even like get close to finishing these week's challenges. Like not even close. Let's see. Can I see it? No, not this. This. No, not that. This. Well, no, I mean not like last time. I was so pissed because I only needed like 400 stabs. Like 5,000 steps. That's like a whole day. Wait, it's until tomorrow. So if I walk 5,000 steps tomorrow, which is not gonna happen. The only reason I did 5,000 steps today was because I went looking. Well, I did almost 6,000. It was because we went looking for washing machines. We were supposed to take Phoebe to the vet today, and I woke up. I'm sure she was very happy not to go to that. She's going on Monday now. See, like I feel like my lines are so messy today. Oh my god, let me pause again. Oh no, the song is over. Okay, let's look for something to listen that won't get muted. Polka tapes too. Okay. I'm working on a new commission, and it's a D&D character. And you know how I love to do those. You know, as long as they don't have like anything too complicated. This one is like oh my god, I was about to draw this. I feel like every single detail about it is like camp score. Yeah, it is. Good for them. Good for people who play camp score. Dude, I call camp score things that are like demony, witchy, moon, stars, horns, pointy ears with a lot of like earrings, things like that, right? Like that's what I call camp score, because the like purples and reds and pinks, camp score, right? I read this book called The Dark Tide earlier this year, and I thought this was like the most camp score book. Like just the cover, but also like what it was about. It's called The Dark Tide. Look at me looking at Tamagotchis in Amazon because I can't find them here. So look at the cover. It's like black with like the moon cycle in red. It was like even the cover, and then like it was about like witches and like curses and stuff like that. So like this book spoke to me. I'm trying to get the summary. It's just like the first line of the summary says, a gripping dark enemies to lovers, right? So like it was just like it was just very camp score. And I read this book, and like it was a book it kind of is enemies to lovers. I don't know about that, honestly. I mean it is enemies. It has witches, kinda. Yeah, I mean they are witches. I don't know, it was a little disappointing. It's just, it happens sometimes. It's not a bad book, by the way. It's not a bad book. It's just not what I expected. It's not what I was told it was. It was a little underwhelming. My opinion. A lot of people love that book. Like, the people who recommended it to me were like, oh, this book is so good. I just, you know, sometimes I feel like I read books and I can't tell why two characters like each other. Like, there's like this like famous books. I mean, it's a book series now. I only read the first book because I really did like it. It's called Carry On. It's by Rainbow Rowell, who is like, I would say, not a very liked author these days. My book was gifted to me. The ebook was gifted to me. I don't even have the book. Thank God. Would have already like sold it. I can't tell you why those two characters like each other. I can't tell you why. So like the book is very like, a lot of people call it Harry Potter fan fiction. And I see why. People who say it's not Harry Potter fan fiction, like, I just don't think it's like, a lot of people think it's like Harry Draco fan fiction. I don't see that. I would say if the characters remind me of any Harry Potter characters, is Remus and Sirius. They don't remind me of Harry or Draco Malfoy. So I like the friend doesn't remind me of Hermione either. So I don't know. But I understand why people think it's Harry Potter fanfiction. The thing is, it's like if Harry Potter started in the last book. Like the first Harry Potter book you ever read was the last book. They make these references, like they're in their last year of magic school, and they make these reference of things that happen throughout their school years, but like you never got to read that because the first book is already that. So like you have these characters that have known each other for a long time, and like I kind of get why they're friends and all that. But also like it's weird. I don't know. Like I just didn't vibe with any of the characters. Then you get like the main love interest introduced like halfway through the book because he was kidnapped for half the book. And I can't tell you why they liked each other. And I think that's like usually when I have a problem with books is when I can't, like if the book is like romance focused and I can't tell you why they like each other other than the fact that they tell me that they like each other. I generally I'm not gonna like it. Which is also like, I think I've read so many books this year that I could describe. I also read a book this year where I was actually rooting for like the two main characters to not get together. Like I wanted them to like, I wanted the book to end and like they go their separate side. Like I didn't want them to be together. I just didn't get it. I'm not gonna say what books those are. So I always feel bad talking bad about books because like books is such a like you know, different people can interpret them different ways, and like what I like is not what you like, and what you like is not necessarily what I like. And I know like these books I'm referring to, a lot of people like them. They have like decent reviews, which is why I stopped like doing. Like I did one video where I talked about books I read, and then like when I was working on the next one, I felt like I was gonna talk really bad about a bunch of books and I didn't want to. Like I didn't want to just say like a bunch of bad things about books, especially because I knew some people like really like those books. The book that I would say like everyone should read. Well, not everyone. That book is definitely not for everyone. Like, if someone told me I don't like this book, I would be like, I get it. Like, I get why you don't like it. It's not for everyone. But it's the Lock Tomb series. I love those books. If I had time, I would reread them. Even though I just finished the third one, and I can't wait the next year for the next and final book. I think it's the final book. I like, if someone told me I don't like that book series, I would understand. I'm so scared of drawing that ham. I'm just gonna draw it now. Let's just get over with it. I'm probably gonna be a little silent for it. And see, the thing about the Log 2 is, like, you shouldn't get why those characters like each other, but, like, you get it. Like you get it. All the characters are so good. I love them all. Even the Emperor that everyone hates. I love him too. Also, ever since I read the last book and I realized he's a millennial, it just made so much sense. Like, of course he's a millennial. Oh man, I already messed up. And yeah, I think right now I have like a streak. I had a really good streak last year, and then I took like 2 months off reading because I just couldn't concentrate on the book. I currently have a 372-day streak right here, and I have read 21 books out of 30 books. Still need, that's why I say I can't read any fan fiction, because I'm still missing 9 books for the year. And the books I'm reading are like, I'm reading this book. I'm reading this book physical. I just have it here because I like keeping them up together. And I didn't realize I owned this book as an ebook. If I had, I probably wouldn't have bought it on Amazon. But I realized I had it as an ebook, so I'm just like keeping them up to date just to see the percentage. Like, I'm 29%. This one is 15%, and this is like because I got so behind on Dracula Daily. I had so many emails, and then like I'm so behind Dracula Daily that I like some of the emails started disappearing. So I just, like, you can get these for free. Like any like really old books, you can probably get them for free. So I got this for free on the Apple bookstore, and I'm on, well, I can't even tell you what day I'm on. I'm on September 28th. So I'm so behind on Dracula. Ooh. And the problem is I don't have like a path of books. Like, I don't know what books I'm gonna read, which is a problem, because I should be deciding what books I'm gonna read that I can finish. Like, I can't be picking like the longest books ever anymore at this point, which is why I think I'm not gonna read Kingdom of the Feared this year, even though I'm dying to read it because it's like the last book on a series, and the last book ended on a cliffhanger. But I think I'm gonna leave it for next year because, like, so this is the second part. I'm sure, like, this is the second book. It's a thick. It's thick. It has like 500 pages. So I'm guessing the last one is just like that. That had a lot of dust. So I made the fingers freakishly long because one, that's how I always envisioned these OC having just like really long fingers. But also because I feel like when you make like odd fingers or odd hands, you can like get away with making mistakes more than if they're like regular hands. So that's why I'm gay for freakishly long fingers. But yeah, I've been doing pretty well with my reading lately. I've been reading like 20 minutes to like 3 hours a day. Depends on the day. Like today I only have 9 minutes, but I'm probably gonna read before bed. I have 9 minutes because I was reading. And then I was like, oh, I should watch She-Hulk. And I watched like half an episode of She-Hulk and the kids didn't let me continue. The thing is, like, the reason I started reading on my phone is because I realized I read so much fanfiction on my phone that I was like, if I'm reading this much fanfiction on my phone, why am I not also reading books? Because the thing with like physical books is that I have a hard time finding time to read them. But when it's in my phone, sometimes I'm just like waiting for a video to render and I open like my book app and I read like 3 chapters while it renders, which I wouldn't like do with a book because I don't know why. I can't tell you why I wouldn't do it with like a book. I have read a bunch of physical books. I have a few on my bed that and I'm reading Circe physical. That's my it's my doctor's appointment book. The book I take with me to doctor's appointments. Dude, hands are so hard. Maybe like for next prompt, no hands. Actually, what is next prompt? I need to put my phone to charge. I don't want to accidentally show like titties or something. I don't think you can put titties on Instagram now. Oh no, it's just Camila. Next prompt is eyes. I'm gonna put my phone to charge. Who was that? I don't know what that was. What's that? Oh, it was my sticky notes. My sticky notes. Like my stack of sticky notes. The reason I started, I didn't even like start keeping track of books because I wanted to. I just like that when you finish a book, you get an email that recommends you similar books or people who like that book have also read. I like that. The app I use to read ebooks just does that automatically too, so like I know a lot of people like these days just use Audible, but I can't with audiobooks. I was thinking of like reading Jeanette McCurdy's book, like as an audio, like having the book and the audiobook, because she narrates the audiobook, and I've heard a lot of people say that it's like the best experience. But I can't. I'm not good with audiobooks. They're not my thing. I've been reading everything. Oh my god, I finished reading a book like last week about like cryptozoology. Like it was like how do you say this, mentir? It just shows you like why most like cryptid sightings are not like they're like not trustworthy or like clearly hoaxes or shit like that. But you know who is not on that book? Mothman, because Mothman is real. No, but like my favorite thing I learned from that book is that, you know how like back in the day people thought like sea serpents were real and stuff? Well, someone has a hypothesis that the reason like there were like sea serpent sightings back in the day is because they were actually seeing whales' penises, because whales have very big penis. And I just thought that was so funny. Just have penis and like, oh, a sea serpent. So funny. But yeah, it like tries to explain most. Like for example, the Loch Ness monster. Which like I never got why like that Loch Ness monster picture is so popular, because it not only looks super fake, but you can see it's like so tiny. Like you can see on the water that it's tiny. See, like if I had made that hand like normal fingers, it would have looked weird. But since I made it like freakishly long fingers, it looks kind of cool. Hi, Florida Pop. Look, your name is here. There, Florida Pop. But yeah, it just like goes through like different footage and like pictures, and it like tells you why like eyewitness accounts are not reliable. And just like it tries to explain what people saw. Like a lot of people who see like monsters, not only the Loch Ness monster, but like other lake monsters, are probably just seeing like fish, like very large fish. Like catfish are huge. Like catfish can be so huge. Like things like that. It was like a really fun read. It's called like Haunting Monsters, I think. Like things like the Yeti, Bigfoot, mermaids, the skunk ape, which is my favorite one. Well, Mothman is my favorite, but Mothman is real, so like I don't count him. So yeah, I've been reading like a little bit of everything. I like reading nonfiction because it's just, I feel like so easy to read compared to like, and the thing is also like sometimes I read, like I was reading Nona the Ninth, which is like the third book in the Locked Tomb series. That book is like a read. Like sometimes you have to read stuff like 3 times to understand what's happening, which is why I say like I get why people wouldn't like that book. And it's like really slow paced. I think all 3 books have been really slow paced, but I like them because it's not like like I would rather a book be slow paced and like I get to know the characters and love them than a book that just throws me in the middle of the story and I'm supposed to like these characters and care about them. I used to like reading biographies. That's something I think I've never read. I mean, for school, but I don't think I've ever read biographies. Something I can't get like into is that like those books that people who are like either popular or have like businesses or like stuff like that, like those motivational books. Like you need to finish all of them flow. I have like nobody to talk. I've been making friends. I've been making friends online again just because I have nobody to talk to about those books. Like I need someone to make a Discord. Like there probably exists a lot to Discord. I have nobody to like talk to that reads those books. And they are like books that you're really like sometimes I like the ending of the last book, which obviously I'm not gonna spoil, but there's stuff I didn't get. And like just see people like drawing little comics and fan arts and talking about them is really what makes me understand some of the stuff I didn't understand. Because they're like a lot to read. They're a lot. Sometimes I feel like sometimes I read them and I can't believe they're real just because some of the stuff that happens. I'm sorry, I'm putting more music. The book is brilliant so far. I love the first so much. I would say my order of the book is first book, third book, second book. Not that the second book is like bad in any ways. It's just like the third book has a lot of characters I like a lot more. Like some of my favorite characters are in the third book. Yeah. I like the writing style too. It's just it feels different. Like I read a lot of books and it feels different. I was telling Dral about it, like how like you'll be reading something and you think it's serious and then it drops a meme. Like an actual meme. Like I think that's the second book, like literally drops like a Simpsons reference. Like a Simpsons reference in a book where like that is about necromancers in space. You don't expect that. But it also doesn't do it in a way which like because I feel like that can get really annoying and cringy, like you're reading a book and then there's like a meme. The way the author does it is just like amazing. I don't know how she does it. Like I feel like not many people could just like drop memes into like random parts of their books and it not be like cringy or I feel like most of the times I would just be like, ugh. It's like I read this book called Jawbone. And it's kind of like a love letter to creepypastas. It references a lot of creepypastas. And I feel like that could get out of hand so easily. Like it can just be incredibly cringy so easily. And it wasn't. I really like that book, Jawbone. Oh man, I want to draw from this side, but the little rings. Also, like Gideon is probably one of my favorite characters ever. But also, like all the other characters are also some of my favorite characters ever. I just love them all. But I also hate that every time I say I like the book by someone who hasn't read the book, they need to tell me like, hey, isn't that the book that is a Homestuck fanfiction? It's not Homestuck fanfiction. It's not. I read Homestuck, it's not Homestuck fanfic. It has like some stuff. But I feel like Homestuck has so much stuff that like you could say that about almost any book. If you try hard enough, any book can be Homestuck fanfiction. Well, the thing is, the author used to write Homestuck fanfiction. Where does this? And apparently, I never read that Homestuck fanfiction. I was looking through it the other day, and it was nothing I ever read. But some people said it was like pretty well known and good Homestuck fanfiction. It's not the Homestuck fanfiction I used to read. I wouldn't have known either if people didn't keep telling me about it. Then they showed me like an interview saying that like Gideon's glasses are based or like inspired or like a reference to or a nod to one Homestuck character, and I was like, why must you bring that back in my life? God, doing traditional art streams is so hard. Like, I keep trying to make it stay in frame and I keep forgetting. No. Well, I know how some people do it. They have like a better setup than me. God, drawing a line like this is so easy for me, but drawing a line like this is so hard. I already like fucked that up. I'm using the thinnest little thingy too, which doesn't help, but I don't trust myself with anything thicker. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even finish Homestuck. By the time the hiatus ended, I just didn't care anymore. I know like most of my friends did finish it, I think. Maybe maybe they, ooh, camera. Maybe they didn't, I don't know. I think they did finish it. I just didn't care anymore. Honestly, if you want to play Homestuck game, just play freaking Undertale. I wish I could be someone who could leave this line that thin. I can't. I must thicken it. Well, like the lady who draws Fruits Basket, she has like the thinnest, just most beautiful lines ever. And every time I look at them, I'm like, oh, I wish I could do thin lines. And then I draw a thin line and I thicken it. I don't know why. I always mess it up when I thicken it. I mean, I think I could fix that because some of this is gonna be clothes. Like that. See, that's clothes. I'm gonna draw details in the end. I'm gonna get the main lines done. I did draw some details there, but that's just because if I didn't, the hands would annoy me. Oh my god, the camera's gonna fall off. It's shaking. Oh no, I messed it up. I should go see if I can find better way to hold this webcam like this. Oh no. The reason it's so wobbly is because this is not meant to hold this type of things. It's just sliding off slowly. At any moment now you're just gonna see this plop. I spent so much time fixing this here. It made it look so bad, and all this around is gonna be black. See, that's a nice line. That's a decent line, right? Why am I about to thicken it? I don't know. I can't tell you. I just want to. I think if I had time, the best way to do this would be to draw something first. Because I feel like when I start, my hands are shakier, and the more I draw, the more confident my lines become. I really don't have time to like draw some, and I don't have like my hand is gonna end up like hurting and cramping after this. These are all the traditional art streams. Yeah, I think we're gonna kick them up after. It's just probably not gonna be very often because they hurt me. They hurt me. If I were younger, maybe if I had properly taken care of my hand when I was younger. So when I was younger, I would do like little like chibi drawings before I started drawing. I feel like I did that last time. Like last stream, I did a little bit of a warm up before. I guess today I was just in a bad mood when I started streaming. I'm also like, this is my reference. My reference is my own drawing. Because it like, the lines, like the pencil lines underneath, you can't even see them anymore. I pass my hands so much on top of them. And I used to do this back in the day. I don't know why I don't do it anymore. I used to do this. But I feel like this covers the drawing even more for stream. Oh, I fucked up. It's fine because that's gonna be filled in. I'll definitely do some warm-ups next time. Hopefully next time I have more time. I mean, I have tomorrow, but I don't know if I can work on this tomorrow because I have a lot of things to do. I wanted to do it today when I was sure and there was gonna be, well, there's people home. This house has people in it. That's not what it's called. Is it called this house has people in it? Like the video. This, I don't even know what to call it, a short. Honestly, the perfect day to stream was the other day that I was home alone. I'm seeing something move in the corner of my eye. But I was like, oh, I'm gonna record stuff for my YouTube video because I'm so behind. I've only edited like 10 minutes of it. I haven't even finished recording all of the audio. I haven't recorded the intermission I'm gonna do. There's still a lot to do. It's like 2 months late already. Hi, Jessie. And that day, I ordered some food. I took a bite out of it. And I don't know why my pressure, like my blood pressure just like went down. I was like sweating, but I was cold. I was pale. I had to go, and I slept for like 2 hours. Okay, I'm not gonna do this anymore. I was just saying, I used to do that. I don't even know how to position this. Maybe if I had learned like actually how to draw when I was young and I didn't do things all the wrong ways. Like if I was one of those people who could put their thingy like that and not move it and just draw. Like my teacher always wanted me to do, but I was already too old to learn to do that. Dude, my teacher would paste my paper to the desk so I wouldn't move it. So I would just move around the drawing. I would start moving around the drawing. Oh, I bet he hated me. I mean, I do that digitally. Like, digitally, I'm always moving my canvas around. What I really wish I could do was flip it. I wish I could flip it. I feel like I made this arm different because here I feel like it doesn't need to show anything, but when I see it here, I feel like something is missing here. But whatever. Double tap for undo. Oh, I wish. I wish. Okay, I'm gonna do the horns and then we'll start with the details. By the way, I feel like my little PNG tuber keeps fading more into the background. I need to see how to fix it. I'll fix it off stream. I think maybe I'm not seeing that I have more. Like the thing is, I don't know why it's transparent. Like, why is it? Like, see, this is transparent. I don't know why. I don't know why it's transparent. I literally have a layer there. Jesus, please give me the strength to not mess up these horns. Oh no. It's fine, it's fine. It's fine, because they're gonna be filled in. Okay. This one I'm a little bit more scared of. I'm gonna try to fill this whole thing with drawings, and they all be stream drawings, which might take years if we're being honest. But I think that would be like a cool project. Let's just fill it all in with drawings I do on stream, except maybe I should take away the first one. I don't even like this first drawing. It looks good from like stream and far away, but the more I look at, like, if I look at that nose, well, that's not a good nose. It's not a good nose. The mouth is a little awkward. The problem with this pen is that it like feathered a little, so I kept like making the lines thicker to fix that, and it just kept feathering more. I would think it's cool, like, if in 5 years, if we're all still alive in 5 years, I say that not because, well, that sounded really bad, Cass. If the world is still here in 5 years, I'd be like, oh, look at all these drawings I did on stream. If Twitch is still, it will be like in YouTube, in a new different platform, because Twitch is dead. Oh no, I did a little dot. And then, like, can you imagine seeing like the first drawing versus the last drawing? Like, I would hope there's like some improvement from the first drawing to the last drawing. Can you imagine the last drawing is worse? It's the worst of them all. Okay, so, oh, I'm missing the wings. I can't even see the wings on the paper anymore. My niece would be getting the ruler to draw these wings, and I keep telling her like to try to draw lines by herself and not rely so much on like a ruler. Like a ruler is fine if you're doing like scenery or like buildings and stuff, but she sometimes she's like she's gonna draw a head and she like grabs something round and draws, like when she would do like, oh this is round, and I'm like, just try drawing the circle yourself. You need to like start practicing that if you want to ever learn how to draw. Like, those things are fine like later on when like depending on what you're doing. I think the thing is she wants to draw like this really neat lines immediately. Nah, it like it's okay to be messy. I'm gonna pencil in this wings because I can't see when I'm drawing. I mean, I was like that too when I was younger, except I didn't have anyone to tell me those things. I had one of those like rulers that has different sized circles and ovals, and I would use that, which honestly didn't help me a lot. I think the problem is like a lot of people wanna immediately start drawing well, and they don't wanna like start drawing ugly to get better. Like they just wanna immediately be good at it, and that's just like not a thing. Like some people might be like better at it starting off than others. Like some people might just have like better lines. They might be better at drawing certain things without having it done much before. For the most part, you're gonna draw ugly before you start drawing good. It's like I always see that thing that like there's no easy way. There's not like a like you're gonna watch one YouTube tutorial or you're gonna take like one what is that thing called that does like online courses? I'm not gonna do like one master class and then like it just end up drawing well. You need to draw. You need to draw ugly to eventually draw less ugly. Exactly. I feel like it's also like so different. This generation is like they have so many art tutorials. Like when I was a kid, I didn't have like YouTube to learn this shit. I didn't have like any of that. For the most part, I would draw while watching. Like I would have anime on my TV and I would draw at the same time. Because I had a really bad memory, so I wanted to draw like the dresses, like the magical girl dresses, but I didn't have a good memory, and I couldn't just like go to my computer and Google Cardcaptor or Sakura because I that wasn't a thing back then. Like I had like a few hours a day I could use internet, and it was usually my time to do homework, or I think even like that was like this I'm talking about was like even before that. Like this was a time where the only time was allowed in my computer was if my brother or my sister were with me. But nowadays you have like my niece she watches a lot of art videos on YouTube, and they're just like here's how you draw a turtle, and they teach you how to draw a turtle, but like it's in a way that I don't think anyone would ever learn. It's like it's so. Is there like anything wrong with it? But it's not teaching you. It's like how to draw a turtle, and they're like, and they do it all like in one like in one stroke, and it's just like a way nicer turtle than this. And I'm like, yeah, but like you're never gonna learn how to draw like that. Like you're gonna learn how to draw a turtle, but like, and you're gonna draw a turtle in this angle. You're not gonna learn anything else. It's something like that, and that's it. And then they like color it in. And I'm like, it's not that there's anything wrong, well, because sometimes I look for tutorials like that. As someone who already knows how to draw, those tutorials are great. Like sometimes I need like how to draw a rose. Like that's what I did when I did roses badges. I had never drawn roses. I had painted roses, but like painting a rose and drawing a rose are two very different things. So I had never drawn a rose before, and I found a YouTube tutorial that was like how to draw roses, and they like they taught you how to draw a rose. But then I realized like that wasn't teaching me how to draw a rose. It was teaching me how to draw a rose in that exact same position. And then I found a different tutorial that taught me like how roses are structured, and how like the petals go around one another, and they start like, you just need to start like layering them on top of another until you get to the center. And once I understood that, it was a lot easier to draw roses. So I think that's the difference. Like when you're teaching a turtle, you're teaching how to draw a turtle like this. But like you should be teaching like how to structure the head, like how it would look in different angles, how like the muscles on the legs work, shit like that, right? And then like you can apply that. Like usually like when I was learning how to draw, like they would teach you how to draw a dog and a cat, and then you could use what you learned drawing a dog and a cat to learn how to draw other mammals, because like of the like the similarities in how legs are drawn and how like the torso is drawn and shit like that. It's definitely like a process. You're not just gonna like look at one YouTube video and learn everything. I think this is probably not gonna transfer, but I'm still gonna be like super careful. I think that's why like when I learned how to draw like by myself, it was also easier, because I felt like when I was younger, I didn't draw the thing here. I felt more free than nowadays. I feel like I felt more comfortable making mistakes when I was younger. But nowadays, like I see a lot of like younger people post art on the internet, and then like someone just leave them mean comments, and then like you look at their profile and they're like 13. Like, yeah, they're 13. Let them draw ugly. It's okay to draw ugly. I rather see ugly art made by someone who is just learning how to draw than see a stupid AI art. Oh, to have an eraser. Not like last time. My neck hurts. The other reason why this isn't like something I can do more often is because I'm pretty uncomfortable drawing here. I'm like really uncomfortable. This is not like the best position, the best desk, the best chair to be drawing. Is there anything amazing? Okay, so I'm gonna do the parts that are all black first. And some parts I need to fix because when I erased, it kind of got weird. I also don't like how I lined up these wings with the hair. I wish I hadn't done that. It's not like that in the... I mean, it kind of is like that in the... Well, not exactly in the sketch. The sketch is like a little bit to the side here. It didn't line up as well. But I think it's in the end when I start adding the details, it's gonna not look like that. I messed that up there. You know what's another thing? Like when I was a kid, I never felt like I didn't know what to draw. Like if I sat down to draw, it's because I wanted to draw something. I always had like ideas that I always knew what I wanted to draw. I always wanted to draw fan art or my OCs. Not this OC, but I have a bunch of OCs I've had since I was like 13. I have like a bunch of OCs like that. This OC is probably one of my most recent OCs. A lot of my OCs are based on like dreams I had that I think would make interesting stories if I ever sat down and wrote anything, which is probably never gonna happen because I do not write things. I know I definitely could never do like a web comic or something like that. Like that's not the kind of thing I'm good at. My brain doesn't work for that. If I were ever to do anything, it would be like something I wrote. You know, sometimes I think like, oh, I'm not a good writer. Like I could never write anything. So many people are bad writers and they still get like published books and movies based on their books. So like, what's stopping me? I should write a book. Also, the other thing about like stuff I would write is that I have like a bunch of ideas. I have like moments, but I don't have like a coherent timeline. Which once again, a bunch of books don't have that. Like, I think a perfect example of that is 50 Shades of Grey. The problem with 50 Shades of Grey is that, I mean, it has a lot of problems, don't get me wrong. 50 Shades of Grey has a lot of problems. But one of the major problems is that it was never restructured out of the fan fiction format. So like fan fiction has a thing where you don't write the whole thing and then post it. You like post as you write. So sometimes, and this is especially obvious in 50 Shades of Grey, you just like start writing a plot line and people don't like it, or you don't like it, you're like not vibing with it, and like you just drop it. But it's like fan fiction, so who cares, right? But when it becomes a book and eventually a movie, and like if you've ever watched, I don't think anyone has ever spent time reading those books that is here. I certainly couldn't. But if you ever spend time reading the books or watching the movies, you will notice that they introduce characters and they introduce plot points, and then like you never hear from them again. Like it never gets resolved. And that's like super normal in fanfiction, but you can't do that in a book or a movie. And I think that's also like the problem with 50 Shades of Grey is that it was one fanfiction and they decided to split it in books. So one of the books... Why am I hearing a baby cry? One of the books, or one of the movies, like two of the movies were like a whole plot line, but they divided it into, so it just makes no sense. I don't know. I've never read the books. I tried reading the books just because I don't like talking shit about things that I haven't read or seen or anything like that. Like I don't want to say a book is bad because other people are saying the book is bad. I want to read it and experience the bad myself. I couldn't get through it. It's just, oh my god, it was... I'm just... The dialogue, I think the dialogue was what was like the thing I couldn't read. It was just so cringy. I couldn't read it. I have friends, like the reason I try reading it is because I have friends who would like die for that book. Honestly, what I read instead of that was not much better. Like I said, I could be reading this thing instead, but like the thing I was reading instead of that was not better. Actually, I think when I stopped reading 50 Shades of Grey, I read like the first Hunger Game book, but I only read the first Hunger Game book. I never read the rest of it. Not because I didn't like it, it's just because I didn't have money to buy books. The reason I read the first book is because someone lent it to me, but they didn't lend me the other books, and I didn't have money to buy the other books, so I just never read them. It's like Percy Jackson. I've always wanted to read those books ever since I was a kid, but I just didn't have the money to buy them. Like the books I read when I was a teenager is because my best friend had a bunch of books and she would lend them to me. Like I only owned one Harry Potter book, which is the second book. That was gifted to me when I lived in Miami. And the reason I read the other Harry Potter books was because my friend had them. Like I would never have read a Harry Potter book. Well, I mean the first two books I got them. The first one, my friend in Miami lent it to me, and then the second one, my aunt gifted it to me. And the only reason I started reading them is because all my friends were reading them, and I wasn't, so I was like out of the loop. Everyone was always talking about those stupid books, and I didn't know what they were talking about because I didn't have the books. So I read the first two books, which I think at that point there were like 4 books out. But I didn't read the other ones until I lived here and my friend lent them to me because she was also, I don't know if she's still obsessed with them, honestly, because I haven't talked to her in years. She might still be obsessed with them honestly. She probably has like a Harry Potter tattoo. I saw someone get a Harry Potter tattoo like last week, and I was like, Jesus, how do you get a Harry Potter tattoo in like 2022? Every time I talk about like reading, or every time I post like how I'm doing with my reading goals, someone tells me I need to read more. And then they never do. I get it, like not everyone has time. It's pretty consuming to read a book. Like I definitely, the reason I'm reading more is because I the kind of job I have. I could never read the amount I read if I didn't have like time where I'm doing nothing because I'm rendering a video and my computer is useless. So I can't work on like art or anything else. So I usually like either playing a video game or reading. If I had like a normal job, I could not. Well, I had an old job where I would like, they would leave me alone all morning in the office. Like I was the only one in the office. And I would open on a private browser, I would open Realm of the Mad God because it was a game you could play on browser. And I would play Realm of the Mad God the whole morning. And then like do some work like really quickly, like 20 minutes when I knew the people were coming back to the office. And then I would pretend I worked on that all day instead of playing Realm of the Mad God. But in my defense, I never got paid for that work, so good. Good thing I play Realm of the Mad God all day. You know, I think a lot of people take advantage of the fact that hiring a lawyer and suing is really expensive. And then they don't want to pay people, but then you're like, oh, like, do I have the money to hire a lawyer and do something about it? You know what I mean? Groceries from dude, I play so much Realm of the Mad God, you have no idea. I never put money into it. I had a friend who put money into it, and then like, if you never played Realm of the Mad God, it's like a roguelike game. Like you lose your character, you lose everything you had on your character. So putting money into it is a pretty dumb idea because you buy like the most expensive weapons and armor or whatever. I don't even remember what you had in that game, and then like you die and lose it forever and you lost your money forever. So I don't know why anyone ever puts money into that game, but I had a friend who put money into it and then got cocky and lost everything. It's a little funny, mostly because I don't like that person anymore. Like, I would never put money into a game like that. I would just try to get my own stuff, you know? So I think that's everything. I want completely black. I'm also gonna fill in this. Oh, I'm missing the neck. I'm also gonna fill in this, but I'm gonna do something different. Let me fill in the neck piece. I was looking at my prompts and I have kind of an idea of what I want to do for all of them, except the fanner. I don't know what demon to draw. My heart is telling me to draw a Sturden fire demon. But I don't know. I take demons down. It doesn't necessarily have to be a demon. I want it to be a demon. But I said, like, you know, it's a free prompt list. If you want to draw like fan art of someone and just like make them dress up like for Halloween as a demon, that's okay too. I personally want to draw like a character that is already a demon. I think I haven't said this. Someone asked this on a DM, but I never, like, I should have replied to it publicly or like shown it publicly. But someone asked me if vampires count as demons, and I'm like, yeah. I mean, in my book, they do. You want them to count as demons, and like just, and I watched the new interview with a it's only like 2 episodes out. I don't know if the third episode is out, but I watched the 2 first episodes of the new interview with the vampire show, and I'm regressing. I'm like, it's full teenage camps. I used to love those books. I used to love the movie, but I'm sorry, Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt, you're no longer Louis and Lestat. I love the show. Like, I think the show's actors do it better. Which is good, because I don't like either of those actors anymore. No drop frames. Has it already been 2 hours and 34 minutes? Jesus, why am I dropping so many frames? I just want to have a good time. I should go get another drink after I finish this little section. Maybe I should take advantage of the fact that I dropped a million frames. So I'm thirsty and I need to pee. Should I draw like a little like a line here? I don't know. This is what happens when you don't use a reference to do a drawing. Also, that arm is really long. Like, if this was a tall character, I would be like, no, that's a good arm length for this character. But this is not a tall character. It's a really long arm for this character. It's supposed to be tiny. Like, not tiny as in, like, tiny. Like, as short. Short. I'm gonna BRB. I am back. This time I brought blue drink because I'm like a 13-year-old boy apparently. I don't know why I relate blue drinks and like blue candy to like tween boys, but I do. Maybe it's because when I was that age, I think, nah, not 13. I think Coke Blue was a thing when I was like really young. Remember Coke Blue, or was it Pepsi Blue? No, it was Pepsi Blue. Not Coke Blue, Pepsi Blue. Well, I don't mean like the color blue. I mean like blue candy. like blue drinks. Like, I don't know what it is about this Powerade flavor. It's like Mountain Blast, but when I drink it, it's just like the perfect taste. See, the thing is, when you suffer from chronic migraines, oh please don't look at my disgusting earbuds. When you suffer from chronic migraines, sometimes you want to look for flavors, because the problem is sometimes you drink a little bit of something and it's fine, but when you drink more and more of it, the flavor starts, it's like, it's a mix of like chronic migraines and sensory issues. There's a point where like if I drink the red Powerade, for example, I like the first 5 sips of it. And then I can't stand it if I start getting a migraine. My mouth feels like it's too much. I get nauseous. I don't want it anymore. And that happens to me with a lot of drinks, which is why I used to really like drinking energy drinks. Because that doesn't happen to me with energy drinks. But with a lot of like other sodas and like with fruit juices a lot of the time, that happens. But the blue Powerade and like the red Gatorade, that never happens. It's like the perfect flavor that it doesn't give me a migraine and it doesn't overwhelm my sense of taste. And my mom would be like, you can't drink Gatorade because you never exercise. But now I exercise. I mean, if you count taking Phoebe out as exercise, which I do because my body always hurts afterwards. Sure, I'm getting a little bit of muscle out of that. Guys, do you like this drawing? I mean, it's still missing, but I don't know if I like this. Let me look at the previous one. Sometimes that helps me. I would say this, like, this versus this. I mean, I think I filled this. I think I made this too small. I think maybe that's also, like, I feel like it has a lot of blank spots. I think I filled this page better. I think this one also, like, this also had like little moons and accessories that made it a little bit better. I'm dropping frames again. Great. This hand, atrocious. This hand, much better. I think if I'm gonna draw hands in the future, I'm gonna draw like more of those like really long pointy hands, because you really can't go wrong with them, right? If you go wrong with them, you can say like, yeah, that's what the hand looks like. I mean, I'm still missing the eyes, but I can do pretty similar eyes. I think, yeah, I think the problem with this one is I didn't fill it out. That's like maybe why I shouldn't do it like this. It's like with this, I'm not really thinking about like my space. Like the space that I have to fill. Here. You start noticing. Like I don't mind this over here. I like this actually. I like it ending like this. It's just that I feel like I could have maybe spread it out better, maybe made the hand a little bit more like not that close to the face, but make it more like over here. Things, you know, that would be the beauty of digital. I can just like grab this hand and move it. You select, you say like this section, and you put the little center nodal like right here, and it just moves like this. This is the beauty of digital. I think I also need to do, like, I didn't do with this one what I did. Like this one, I planned it digital before I sketched it. I had like a little digital, very ugly sketch, and then I sketched it in paper. This one I didn't. This one I did immediately paper, and I feel like maybe that was also my problem. Maybe if I had done it digitally first, I would have made it just work better. Hydrate. Okay, let me take a sip of my, I'm so scared of like dripping water into the drawing. Let me take a sip of my Powerade. Why am I dropping so many frames? I'm pissed. It pisses me off. Dropping frames pisses me off. Can you stop dropping frames? Please. Oh my god. The little witch hat looks so bad on that emote. On the Angie emote. Okay, I've hydrated. Maybe what I need to do with a VTuber is make the insides not purple, because I'm seeing like the purple is what's having the problem. Maybe I should change the color, but it makes no sense because this never happened with my other VTuber, like my original one. Okay, let's continue now that we've stopped dropping frames, and you're gonna stop because it's almost 7,000 frames. Hey, look, my tattoo. The hardest tattoo to show on stream. It's healing. It doesn't hurt anymore. I can't take this off until Monday, and I can't wait to rip it off. I'm gonna rip it off and then no more tattoos for the rest of the year. Mostly because I might, I don't know still. We're seeing if we can go on vacations in December, and if I want to take if I want to get some sun on this skin, I can't have a fresh tattoo. Stop dropping frames. Why are you dropping frames again? Stop it. Stop it. Oh my god, Angie. Why must you be like the thing that pisses me off is that I'm not recording this. I was just planning on sending the VOD to YouTube. This totally ruins the VOD. Not that anyone watches those VODs, but still, for me, for future camps. Actually, a few of the VODs got viewed, like the Monument Mythos one and the when I played the Binding of Isaac, like, was that last month or like 2 months ago? Those got views for some reason. I need to play more Isaac on stream. Is that what YouTube is telling me? You watch the VODs? Really? That makes me feel better. I mean, I know a few people watch the VODs because they do get some views and likes. I don't think they watch the whole VOD. And I don't even like put timestamps on them anymore because I'm too lazy. So they must be like pretty annoying to watch. People still watch like my old, like when I remember when I used to edit videos for YouTube, when I had time to edit my gaming videos on YouTube, people still watch those. Those get a lot of views still. Like, for being that old, they get a lot of views. Like the Sally face. I wanted to play Sally face this year for Halloween, replay it. I just don't think I'm gonna have the time. I think that game is a little too long. Unfortunately. Why did I decide to do this? I'm already tired. Oh, I really make bad decisions, don't I? I had this idea since I sketched it that I wanted to draw the... Cause this were supposed to be like fishnets, but I was like, oh, I'm gonna really mess fishnets if I try doing fishnets. Like, oh, this is something special, something cool. And I used to fill my notebooks. If you find like some of my uni notebooks, like the margin completely filled with these little thingies. And you believe I was never diagnosed with anything. Until I was 28. And the shit I would do. I was talking to my therapist the other day, and I was telling her about like this thing I like always imagined was like an ADHD thing, but I just wanted her to confirm it. And it was that when I was a kid, I would be in class, and the only way I could like concentrate is I was braiding my hair. And my teachers would like scream at me because they thought like I wasn't paying attention because I was braiding my hair. But the truth was, braiding my hair was helping me concentrate because my mind wanders. And she was like, yeah, honestly, school probably should have looked into that. I'm like, yeah. The thing is, when I was a kid, I don't think getting diagnosed with that kind of shit was a thing. And maybe weight loss if you were a girl. I mean, my therapist was telling me that nowadays, 2022, girls don't get diagnosed with autism because they're girls. Like 2022. And there's therapists who still think that's a thing. Oh man, I finished. excuse me, it's almost midnight. Yeah, she was showing me this article. Well, she sent me this article. And it was like, it was based, it wasn't like saying the names of the people, but it was based on like experience that a lot of women had trying to get diagnosed. And yeah, like they would literally be told like, you're a woman, so I don't know why you're here trying to get a diagnosis. You're a woman and you're an adult, is what they would say. And it was like a thing from like last year. It wasn't even that old. And like she was also telling me like she was doing research, and she said that there's actually like not even like any kind of statistics of how many adults have ADHD or autism in Colombia, because like they like once they get to be adults they stop like counting it, I guess. So there's like I think maybe ADHD does have a statistic, but it's like not accurate at all. And autistic people, like there's like there's no way to know how many autistic people are in Colombia that are adults, because it's just not a thing according to most people. It's wild. It's like it's one of those things where you really start to like realize that saying like you shouldn't like diagnose yourself, like yeah, maybe you for some stuff, but for others it's like, yeah, but if like the doctors are not, like the experts are not gonna diagnose you either, or not gonna help you out, then like what else are you supposed to do? Hi, Kato. And my therapist also said something that I thought was like very logical. Like how are you gonna know that you need to seek help? Like you might, like you need like certain kind of experts or like specialists or whatever, if you don't self-diagnose. Like you need to self-diagnose first in order to like seek help most of the time. Like that maybe doesn't apply to like physical pain, but if you don't notice that like there's something wrong with you mentally, or something that like you see is not applied to other people, then, or that you feel alone or you can't relate, then like how are you gonna know you need help if you don't self-diagnose even a little bit? Which is like what happened to me. Like if I didn't like self-diagnose first, I wouldn't have like looked for someone to diagnose me. And I'm lucky because I have the money, but a lot of people don't have the money to do that, and it's really expensive. It's really hard and it's really expensive. Well, let's not talk about my therapy. I get enough of that during therapy. I'm starting on this side now, so when it gets here, it's gonna get complicated, but I just got tired of this side. Amalina! Let's write your name down. Where is the marker? The blue marker. I should have bought a different color marker. Let's write right here. Wait. It's a double one. It is double one. Wait. Yeah, it's double one. Amalina. There we go. I wrote double N. I'm always so scared of spelling people's names wrong. Thank you for the many months. 26 months, I think it says. My chat is a little far away. I'm waiting for it to dry so it doesn't... What man? I guess I could leave it like this. I don't want it to stain the bottom of the other paper. It takes a little bit to dry. I bought this marker to use in these drawings, but like it's really thick to be using it. I should have bought like a thinner one. The problem is I like these colors and the thin ones were just like gold and silver. And I feel like everyone uses gold for Inktober. I feel like it's the popular thing to use in Inktober. It's just like gold. Can I stop dropping frames? Oh my god. Can you stop? I'm trying to have a good time here. And I'm feeling very attacked. Thank you. No, I'm dropping a lot of frames. I'm about to hit 8,000 drop frames. It's dry. Okay, I don't know where my camera is. It's dry. You know what? Drop frames. I don't even care. Do whatever you want. I'm just gonna keep drawing and start stressing myself out and drinking my delicious drinky. Oh, my chest is itchy. I showered today with normal soap and now I'm itchy. How's your cherries? Why are they so hard to show? Well, how did I show them earlier like this? There we go. They're okay. I think the ink is a little... Yeah, it looks a little thicker than it is because of the ink getting trapped in the little patchy thingy. That doesn't hurt anymore. This one hurts so much, like days after. Like compare it, like you would think this one would hurt more, right? This one looks so good. Tell me this doesn't look good. Like my friend is such a good artist. So pretty. I already know what I want next. Don't tell my mom. I saw her like I've always wanted a sword tattoo. I want like a magical girl sword tattoo. Like think like Magic and Irene Heart or like the sword card from Cardcaptor Sakura type of sword. Like very magical girl. And she did a sword tattoo the other day and I was like, oh, you're definitely doing my sword tattoo. But don't tell my mom. She was reading this news article to me today about this mom who like got upset and like, I don't know, I think she hit her son or something because he got a tattoo when she told him not to get a tattoo. And like she said, like, and the headline was like, oh, she did this because she said it was like because he didn't respect her and got a tattoo. And I'm like, what is this, like a 16-year-old? Like, how do you get a tattoo without your parents' consent? I mean, I know how you get a tattoo without your parents' consent, but I would get kind of like my mom getting upset if I'm 16 and I'm getting a tattoo. Mostly, well, because of my mom, but also because like I feel like when you're 16, you do a lot of more like you don't think things through as well. And I feel like the person who is willing to do a tattoo to a 16-year-old is probably not always the most trustworthy person. It's probably, you really want to get a tattoo with someone like that you know practices hygiene and all that. And it's like, so like I got that, but when my mom started reading the article, and like the guy was an adult. He was an adult. He I don't think they said his age. I think he was like over 20 or something like that. And I'm like, oh, it's just ridiculous. Like, imagine like someone writing an article about how ridiculous of a mother you are because you didn't let, like, you're screaming and hitting your son, because your adult son, because he got a tattoo. And then they quote her saying that like she told him that she would get a heart attack if he got a tattoo. And that's just like, and I sometimes I think my mom is too much, but at least like the most she ever said is like we wouldn't be able to donate blood if she needed blood, which valid. I mean, I'm O positive. I can donate blood to a bunch of people. I also, like, so many of my family members are O positive. Ask one of them. They wouldn't let me donate blood anyway, because so I thought about donating blood before getting a tattoo, because if you donate blood and you need blood or someone in your family needs blood, then like it's easier if you've already donated blood. But I checked the requirements and I'm still too underweight to donate blood, so I can't donate blood anyways. I've never been able to donate blood. You said cherries and it made me want cherries, even though I've never had like a real cherry. I'm gonna get some, I don't even know where you get cherries here. Cherries are not like something you get here easily. I'm sure they're pretty expensive too, if you do find them. I'm just gonna buy a bunch of cherries and try them for the first time on stream. The kind of thing I would say out loud to my mom, and she would be like, why would you buy expensive cherries when we need to buy a washing machine? Like, buying like expensive cherries is the same as buying a washing machine. She says that like about the tattoos, like why would you get a tattoo if you need to buy a laptop? Like, those are the same thing. Why would you get a tattoo when you need braces? Not the same price at all. I keep seeing something move from the corner of my eye. I think it's my glasses. I think there might be like some dirt on my glasses. There we go, finished. Well, finished the arm. I wanted to check something on my phone real quick. Give me a second. Or I don't know what I opened. I'm scared. Wait. Am I gonna end the DMCA? That song is a banger. Do you guys see this?
Mushroom Kingdom, here we come. Mushroom
I watched it a million times.
Mushroom Kingdom, here we come.
Good thing I'm not watching that movie in English. Okay. Let's start fixing some stuff. Some details. You know what I realized? I didn't check on my phone what I wanted to check. Oh god. Wait, don't look at my phone while I check it. I keep forgetting, like, this is such like a bad position to have a camera because this is just like how I would normally hold my phone. Wait, can I do that? Can I go through? I'll check later. Okay, that's it. That's all I wanted to do. Wait, no, one more thing. First of all, why am I not on Wi-Fi? Okay, that's it. I don't know where my white pen is. I need to go look for it later. It's not white pen time yet though, so I don't know if I want to leave the mouth like that or if I want to put like something on the top lip. Maybe just make it like give her some black lipstick. A little highlight with the white one because I forgot. Okay, so I made the eyes completely black here. She has pink eyes. She doesn't have pink eye, she has pink colored eye. How did I do that? Did I put white down first last time? Yeah, I definitely put white down first here. I also put white on the eyelashes, which I plan on doing too. You know, I'm pretty sure I'm never gonna get used to having a septum piercing because every time I drink something, I go like, when I go like take it out from my mouth, it hits my septum piercing. And I always get a little scared because I'm not used to it being healed. Still think I'm like gonna bleed or something. So scared of the eyes. I mean, worst case scenario, if I messed up the eyes, I can just make them all black, use a little bit of that white ink, and I could even use like some white paint worst case scenario, right? Like I shouldn't stress out. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm gonna draw it first. Yeah. Well, that looks so creepy because it kind of looks like this is the whole eye and that's just like a tiny little pupil. But are you hearing me out? I'm exposing my DMs here. That's what you get for DMing me while I'm on stream. See immediately transforms the eye, right? I like to do usually different size pupils when I scribble. I used to do when I used to do like more when I was younger. I used to like drawing a little bit more. Like I was, you know, when like the early 2000s, maybe like late 90s, early 2000s. Like Gross Out humor was huge. And my favorite shows were like that show we shall not mention. Like Rocco's Modern Life, Real Monsters, Invader Sam. Like I used to want to draw like that, like just like creepy cute, but like more on the creepy. I've always liked creepy cute. I wanted to make a video on creepy cute. I don't know if anyone has done a video on creepy cute. Cause I was always into creepy cute when I was younger, but I used to really like what's the name? Like that was something I found out like way later, like through the internet. What was she called? Like Little Dead Girl Eleanor. What's her name? Eleanor? Lenore. It was Lenore, not Eleanor. What was the name of it? It was like cute little girl. The cute little dead girl, Lenore. Okay, so this was my shit. I used to draw, like when I got really into this. I was also really into My Chemical Romance. And if you've seen like My Chemical Romance art, it's also kind of like creepy. It's not cute, but it's like really creepy. So when I was into this, I used to really like drawing like the eyes like this, but also the little tiny little nose. It was so cute. I thought it was so cute. I used to draw her a lot when I'm sure like if you ever found it. I don't know if I have like My Chemical Romance albums near me. They probably are, but covered in dust. See, they're like this. A lot of this got fucked up. Look, I have Tomodachi Life. I have Metroid. I have Pokemon White. This is, remember like these things were like thick, like they came with info. Like look at that. Like games don't come with shit like this anymore. Look at this. Games don't come with shit like this anymore. Like this is Breath of the Wild, probably one of the newest games I have. Nothing. Jesus. I have Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Store. I have Catherine. Okay, so here is My Chemical Romance CD in a Julio Jaramillo thing. I have Majora's Mask. Let me get more. I have like the thick ass Pokemon Diamond thing because it came with a Pokeball for Pokemon X. A blank CD. I wish I could see what was inside. Okay, so here's one example. So, okay, so one of the DVDs is here for some reason. It doesn't have the cover though. So a lot of this stuff got messed up when I moved. Okay, so this one. I really like these art. I don't think there's more art. What is this? This is Three Cheers for Sweet Revenge. A lot of these CDs I think are not working. Okay, this one is fine. Hi. Some of them are like cooked. Look at this. I really like these art. So look at that. So old. I don't know if this has anything. I think it just has lyrics. But yeah, like I was really into the art of these. My friend had like this special edition of this album and it came with like an art book. I have like some Fall Out Boy here. But it's like this and then the CDs inside. It's dirty, but I think that might work. Look at that, like this music even, there's other Fall Out Boy thing here. Black 2, more Fall Out Boy things. Like all of this got messed up. Panic at the Disco. Okay, and then we have Life on the Murder Scene. So I don't know where the Black Parade. The Black Parade. What is inside? There's a spider right there. There's a dead spider. So this CD is we know where. I think these are the ones that I said are like cooked. Like it just got so hot they got cooked. Oh no, this one is Life on the Murder Scene. This is, man, this one looks that like it might work. I have more, I don't know. This one looks like DVD. Can't get these off. Like, look at that. That's what I mean when I say they got cooked. This one doesn't work at all. I never threw it out because I was like, oh, I can like decorate with this. But this one is it's something. I threw a bunch of CDs out that I didn't care about. This one's I left just because it was My Chemical Romance. But they got cooked just because it was so hot. Like this one right here. Whatever's inside here also feels cooked. Oh, but this one is like something that was once a black CD. I can't take it off. It's like stuck in there. It's because when I moved, some of this stuff was just like under the sun for a long time. And it just like literally just got cooked under the sun. But the worst part is like one of the ones that got cooked was the DVD. Like the DVDs got cooked more than the music CDs. No, I messed this up again. I'm sorry. But yeah, what I was trying to say is I was like into that kind of art. Yeah, we used to have so many too that we threw out. But yeah, I was like really into this. I'm kind of scared of what might show up around there, so the last thing I need is to accidentally show some fetish art. I like the eyes, so I look fine like this. I am gonna do some little extra highlight with the white pen, which is right here. You know what I realized I should have done? Well, I mean, I'd probably, now that I think about it, maybe it's a good idea I didn't do it because why is this not working? I wouldn't have gone with my color palette for the pictures. But I should have, I have like this really good red pen. But I don't know how that might have looked with well, some of the leaves I bought are red, but they're like orangey red, and the pen is like pinkish red. So what I did last time is I put it down and I waited for it to dry. Look just a little bit here. I don't think it needs anything else to be white. I think it looks pretty good. I really wish I had drawn it a little bit more to this side. That's the only thing that bothers me. But the good thing is, since I'm taking pictures of this with the leaves and all the decoration, I can just put like some leaves on top of this. That's probably gonna look good in the picture anyway. I wait for it to dry because if I go over it when it's still wet, it lifts the ink. I'm just gonna sign it and it's done. I mean, other than the waiting for the white stuff to dry. I don't think it needs anything else. Let me go over some of these that when I erase kind of got a little whitish. This one also took me, I think, did the first one also take me 3.5 hours? Well, the first one I did a transfer. This time I did the transfer off stream because I did it on my table, my dining table. Which is a lot easier if you light the flash, your phone's flashlight underneath to do the little transfer. So I'm gonna do this. I just like how it looks better when I do this. And also like that's the shape like I want it to look. Because the problem with those plants is that like you really can't, like they're thicker so you can't get like a nice point to them. Instead, I wasn't gonna sign with this pen again because it just sometimes drops the ink. Okay, the drawing is done unless I am forgetting something. Let's compare. I mean, she has freckles, but I'm scared of making freckles. So, what am I missing? Am I missing something? I don't think I'm missing anything. I actually gave her some extra stuff. I'm gonna do like another TikTok that is just like I think let me just try something. I think if you put like a leaf here, like that, and maybe another one like barely there, or maybe I could put, well, it's not gonna look like this because I'm not gonna take the picture here. I'm actually scared that the pumpkin is gonna leak stuff on my drawing. Like, I could put like the leaf really showing here, and the pumpkin here. Actually looks pretty bad. Ooh, it did get sticky. Okay, well, it's gonna happen tomorrow anyways when I post it. So like maybe like the pumpkin here, just so it doesn't look like that blank space. Wow, it's really sticky. I might have, I can probably clean it before I use it. I was trying to get like fake pumpkins instead of the real one. But the fake pumpkins were like, I didn't like the colors. Like a lot of them had glitter. I don't want to mess with glitter. But the other ones are just, they have weird colors. They didn't look great. And I don't have time to paint a pumpkin. It's not sticky anymore, but it did stay right there. I'm thinking of TikTok ideas. Like I would need help. Like just having it covered, and then it'd be like, wow. I have way more leaves than these. These are actually the extra leaves. These are the ugly leaves. The leaves that I like the least because they were like, okay, these ones are like just one color. The other ones are like this. These are the reject leaves. I'll leave you with a drawing for another second. Okay, I'm back. It's time to end stream because I have finished drawing. I'll probably take the pictures tomorrow morning, post them on Patreon, and then, well, tomorrow morning is today. Today morning, it's already after midnight. Damn, I'm behind on work. No, actually, I did some work I had yesterday. Just thinking that I was gonna stream today. I'm gonna take the pictures today in the morning. I have like good natural light, and I'm gonna post them on Patreon, and then tomorrow I'll post everywhere else. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll probably stream. Wait, what if I just an idea? I'll cover it with white if it don't like it. Like just some little lines like that. Yeah, I like it. Okay, that's it. I'm actually done now. I'll post tomorrow on Patreon, today on Patreon, and then tomorrow everywhere else. Thanks for hanging. I'll see you for the next entry. I haven't sketched it, so I don't know when that is gonna be. But yeah, bye. Thanks for hanging. Thanks for the subs. Bye.